The rapid advancement of unmanned aerial vehicle technologies has fundamentally transformed sectors ranging from precision agriculture to tactical military reconnaissance. But within this rapid technological evolution, high-speed, fixed-wing UAVs represent a highly critical and incredibly demanding subsegment. These platforms are characterized by their long endurance, extended range, and their requirement to operate in highly dynamic, unforgiving atmospheric environments. But here is the dirty secret of the aerospace industry. Despite the millions of dollars poured into composite airframes and advanced sensor payloads, an estimated 90 to 97% of commercial and industrial UAVs are still flying on legacy proportional integral derivative, or PID, control algorithms. Today on the SWaP-C report, we are going to dissect exactly why the traditional PID controller is a dead end for high-performance autonomous flight, and how advanced multivariable architectures, specifically the Linear Quadratic Regulator and Nonlinear Model Predictive Control, are completely rewriting the rules of aerial robotics. To understand why PID is failing us, we first have to understand the chaotic reality of high-speed aerodynamics. A fixed-wing aircraft is not a simple, linear machine. It is a highly coupled, nonlinear system. When a fixed-wing UAV initiates a high-rate roll maneuver at high speeds, it does not just seamlessly bank and turn. That roll generates substantial adverse yaw due to asymmetrical drag, and the loss of the vertical lift vector induces a rapid drop in pitch. Furthermore, these aircraft are highly susceptible to atmospheric disturbances, where severe wind gusts act as unpredictable external forces that can instantly alter the effective angle of attack and sideslip. The classical PID controller fundamentally fails here because it operates on the assumption of linearity and independent axis control. It treats the roll, pitch, and yaw axes as isolated single input, single output, or SISO systems, blindly ignoring the intense cross-axis aerodynamic coupling. In docile, steady-state flight, a well-tuned PID loop is perfectly adequate. But when subjected to the high-performance envelopes of agile fixed-wing aircraft, where linear approximations of flight dynamics frequently fail to capture the complex physics of high-speed maneuvers, the PID architecture breaks down. Research explicitly indicates that standard PID controllers are only truly effective within a narrow range of attitudes, typically within plus or minus 10 degrees for roll and pitch, beyond which their performance significantly and dangerously deteriorates. In scenarios involving severe wind gusts, the stabilization efficiency of a PID controller can plummet from a comfortable 97% down to a highly unstable 70 to 80%. The integral term of the PID controller is particularly notorious here. It tends to accumulate the error signal during prolonged disturbances, leading to a phenomenon known as integral windup, which causes massive destabilizing overshoots and agonizingly slow recovery times. To compensate for these severe limitations, engineers are forced to utilize a tedious process called gain scheduling, designing a massive family of independent PID controllers for various specific airspeeds and interpolating between them. This approach is an exhaustive, time-consuming nightmare that still leaves the aircraft highly vulnerable to sudden environmental changes. It is a reactive, myopic paradigm. The controller only acts after an error has already occurred. This brings us to the first major paradigm shift. The transition to the Linear Quadratic Regulator, or LQR. The LQR provides a vastly more sophisticated approach by treating the UAV control problem not as a series of isolated loops, but as a holistic, multivariable optimization task over an infinite time horizon. LQR is fundamentally designed for multiple input, multiple output, or MIMO systems. It simultaneously considers the entire state vector of the aircraft, inherently accounting for the violent cross-coupling between the longitudinal and lateral axes that the PID controller so dangerously ignores. The mathematical goal of the Linear Quadratic Regulator is to find an optimal control law that minimizes a specific quadratic cost function. This cost function is elegantly simple yet incredibly powerful. It evaluates the integral of two key components: the state deviation, multiplied by a state weighting matrix denoted as Q in the control effort, multiplied by an input weighting matrix denoted as R. The pure genius of the LQR framework lies in these Q and R weighting matrices. They grant the control engineer the precise mathematical authority to rigorously balance the trade-off between tracking accuracy and actuator control effort. For a high-speed UAV, you might assign a massive value in the Q matrix to the pitch deviation state, guaranteeing incredibly tight altitude tracking during a low-level pass. Simultaneously, you can assign a large value in the R matrix to the elevator control input, heavily penalizing excessive movement to prevent structural vibration, prevent actuator saturation, and minimize battery drain. A widely utilized heuristic for selecting these initial matrix values is Bryson's rule, which intuitively sets the diagonal elements of the matrices as the reciprocal of the square of the maximum acceptable value for each state and control input. To extract the optimal feedback gain matrix, the system solves the continuous time algebraic Riccati equation. The empirical superiority of LQR is unquestionable. In controlled benchmarking using mini-drone platforms, LQR maintained a steady-state pitch deviation of a mere 0.025 radians, absolutely crushing the PID controller, which exhibited a much higher deviation of 0.075 radians. Following a severe impulse disturbance, the PID controller dangerously spiked to a 0.3 radian deviation, while the LQR controller expertly constrained the deviation to just 0.06 radians, proving its massive superiority and rapid stabilization. However, LQR harbors a fatal flaw. It is fundamentally reliant on a linearized mathematical model of the aircraft calculated at a specific, steady-state trim condition. In the violent reality of high-speed flight, when a fixed-wing UAV executes an aggressive, high-G maneuver, its dynamics change radically as it deviates from that singular trim point. When the aircraft operates far from the linearization point, the LQR performance degrades substantially. LQR also lacks the mathematical architecture to explicitly handle hard physical constraints such as absolute maximum control surface deflections or safety-critical G-force limits. We need a controller that doesn't just react optimally, but predicts intelligently. Enter the advanced frontier of autonomous flight, Nonlinear Model Predictive Control, or NMPC. Nonlinear Model Predictive Control represents an absolute paradigm shift. Unlike PID and LQR, which produce an explicit static control law offline, NMPC solves a highly complex constrained optimization problem dynamically in real time at every single sampling instant. NMPC operates on the groundbreaking mathematical principle of receding horizon control. At each specific time step, the NMPC algorithm utilizes a high-fidelity, fully nonlinear mathematical model of the fixed-wing UAV to explicitly predict its future states over a finite prediction horizon. It looks into the future. The optimization algorithm then relentlessly solves for an optimal sequence of control inputs that will completely minimize a defined cost function, exactly like LQR, but with one monumental game-changing difference. It accomplishes this while strictly satisfying a set of hard, absolute physical constraints. The most powerful and revolutionary feature of NMPC for high-speed fixed-wing UAVs is its native ability to explicitly incorporate safety and structural constraints directly into the real-time mathematics. High-speed maneuvers generate immense structural loads. If a traditional controller demands a turn that is too sharp, it might easily exceed the aircraft's physical G limit, leading to catastrophic airframe failure. NMPC, however, can be fed a hard constraint on normal acceleration. It mathematically clips the demanded maneuver to stay precisely within the structural limits of the UAV before the stress ever occurs. It manages actuator saturation by knowing exactly how far the servos can travel and how fast they can slew, preventing the controller from requesting physically impossible control surface deflections. This predictive, anticipatory capability allows for maneuvers that were previously considered absolutely impossible. Because NMPC can utilize future reference information, it engages in what we call anticipatory control. When approaching a sharp turn, the NMPC will initiate a precise bank maneuver significantly earlier than a reactive PID controller ever could, effectively eliminating maximum cross-track error. Furthermore, NMPC can confidently manage highly unstable aerodynamic regimes such as the stall limit. Consider the autonomous deep stall landing maneuver. a scenario where a fixed-wing UAV intentionally exceeds its critical angle of attack to destroy its lift and decelerate rapidly for a precision drop. Traditional PID and LQR controllers completely fail in this regime due to the total collapse of linear lift and the drastic change in control surface effectiveness. NMPC, however, leverages a sophisticated post-stall nonlinear aerodynamic model to guide the UAV with surgical precision down to its target. The empirical data supporting NMPC is staggering. In comprehensive trajectory tracking benchmarks, NMPC has demonstrated a definitive advantage, yielding up to a massive 40% reduction in root mean square error, or RMSE, when directly compared to optimized PID controllers. But if NMPC is so mathematically superior, why isn't it flying on every single drone today? The answer brings us back to the harsh, unforgiving reality of SWaP-C: size, weight, power, and cost. NMPC is extraordinarily computationally expensive. The requirement to solve a non-convex, nonlinear programming problem, or NLP, at frequencies ranging from 40 to 100 Hz imposes a massive computational burden. A standard, industry-ubiquitous flight controller, like a Pixhawk running an STM32H7 microcontroller, typically possesses a mere 1 to 2 megabytes of RAM. This is profoundly insufficient for the matrix inversions and thousands of trajectory rollouts required by advanced NMPC or stochastic model predictive path integral, or MPPI, algorithms. To shatter this computational barrier, cutting-edge aerospace engineers are deploying a distributed, hierarchical companion computer architecture. In this hardware paradigm, the standard Pixhawk microcontroller is relegated to the role of the lower-level brainstem. It handles the high-frequency sensor fusion, the raw IMU data, and the basic inner-loop attitude stabilization. Sitting right next to it, connected via high-speed UART serial link running the MAVA-Link communication protocol, is the higher-level Cerebrum, a powerful embedded system like the NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano. The Jetson platform is an absolute powerhouse, featuring an ARM Cortex CPU and an integrated Ampere GPU architecture boasting 1024 CUDA cores, all while sipping a mere 5 to 15 watts of power, perfect for mobile, weight-constrained platforms. But raw hardware isn't enough. The software must be ruthlessly optimized. Researchers are heavily utilizing specialized open-source toolkits like CASE-DE and Akados. These frameworks perform highly optimized C code generation tailored specifically for embedded microcontrollers. Rather than solving the immense nonlinear program to full mathematical convergence at every single time step, we employ the real-time iteration, or RTI scheme. The RTI scheme performs just a single sequential quadratic programming iteration per time step, leveraging the fact that the optimal solution changes only slightly between milliseconds. The results of this software-hardware synergy are breathtaking. On an embedded NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano, execution times for a complex SQP RTI NMPC solver scale linearly and plummet to median computation times of just 5.76 to 10.98 milliseconds. That is well within the 20 millisecond threshold required for a standard 50 Hz avionics control loop. For massively parallel sampling-based algorithms like MPPI, leveraging the Jetson's GPU acceleration drops the computation time from a sluggish 31 milliseconds on the CPU down to a real-time viable 17.63 milliseconds on the GPU. We even explicitly model the unavoidable 8.2 millisecond MAV-link communication latency directly into the NMPC prediction loop, so the controller can mathematically preempt its own hardware delay. The era of the simple reactive PID controller dominating high-performance aerospace applications is rapidly coming to an end. PID control remains a highly robust and reliable baseline for docile, steady-state flight missions, where computational resources are severely constrained, but it is fundamentally inadequate for the extreme demands of high autonomy, complex, high-speed missions. NMPC represents the definitive technological trajectory. Its native ability to mathematically manage complex state and input constraints protects the flight envelope from stall and actuator saturation during the most aggressive maneuvers and severe environmental disturbances imaginable. The historical argument against NMPC, the computational burden, has been definitively neutralized by the maturation of structure-exploiting solvers like AKATOS and the proliferation of GPU-accelerated edge hardware like the NVIDIA Jetson series. We are entering an age where autonomous systems don't just react to the wind. They predict the physics of the sky and bend the hardware to its absolute mathematical limits. This is the future of flight. If you found this deep dive into advanced control architectures valuable, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join us next time as we continue to explore the bleeding edge of aerospace engineering. This has been the SWaP-C Report. See you in the next one.